What if Elon Musk said, "I do," to a total stranger, just to win a crazy Christmas bet? Snowflakes danced outside the huge windows of a fancy Los Angeles mansion. Inside, the Christmas gala buzzed with life. Lights twinkled off gold decorations, and the smell of pine and champagne floated in the air. Rich people in shiny dresses and suits laughed loud, their voices bouncing off the high ceilings. The room sparkled. Crystal chandeliers, diamond necklaces, and polished shoes everywhere. It was a night of money, power, and secrets. And at the heart of it all stood Elon Musk. Imagine a snowy Christmas Eve in Los Angeles, where the air hums with luxury and ambition. Inside a dazzling gala, the elite sip champagne under twinkling chandeliers, billionaires, celebrities, and dreamers chasing the next big thing. At the heart of it all stands Elon Musk, the man who's conquered rockets, cars, and the stars. But tonight, he's about to face a challenge no algorithm can solve. A bet, a stranger, and a vow that turns a glamorous night into a global sensation. Get ready for a love story that's equal parts chaos and genius, because when Elon Musk takes a gamble, the world holds its breath. Elon wasn't like the others. No flashy tie or loud laughs. He wore a plain black tuxedo, simple but sharp, leaning against the bar with a glass of whiskey in his hand. His dark eyes flicked from his phone to the crowd. A tiny smile crept up as he read the latest SpaceX update. Another rocket, ready for Mars. This was his world, big dreams, wild ideas, and no limits. But behind that smirk, something weighed on him. Everyone saw the genius, the guy who built empires and flew cars to space. Nobody saw the quiet ache, the fear he'd never feel something real, something messy, something human. The gala hummed around him. A woman in a red gown twirled nearby, her laughter fake and loud. A guy with slick hair bragged about his private jet. Elon sipped his whiskey, the ice clinking soft in the glass. He didn't fit here. Not really. These people chased attention. He chased stars. Back in his head, a memory flashed. A kid staring at the night sky, promising himself he'd touch it one day. Now he could. But what about the stuff he couldn't plan? Love? Chaos? A life that wasn't a blueprint? Elon! Put that phone down! A voice cut through the noise. It was Richard Clean, a tech hotshot with a grin too big for his face. He swaggered over, his green velvet suit screaming for eyes. Richard loved trouble, loved bets even more. He clinked his glass against Elon's. "Even on Christmas! You're plotting Mars! Don't you ever stop!" Elon raised an eyebrow, setting his phone on the bar. "If I stop, who's gonna save us from this rock?" Richard laughed, his eyes sparkling with mischief. "Always the hero, huh? Tell me, Elon, when's the last time you did something nuts? Something you can't control?" Elon tilted his head. Curious, careful. "I risk everything. Companies, rockets, the future." Richard leaned in close, his voice low and daring. "Not that. Something personal. A real gamble." He pointed to the crowd. "Here's a bet. Marry someone here tonight. Random. No tricks. Prove you're not just a machine." The room seemed to freeze. Laughter stopped. Eyes turned. Elon stared at Richard, his face blank. Then, a slow, tiny smile. "Interesting," he said, voice smooth as steel. "You think I won't?" Richard grinned wider. "I know you won't. Love's too wild for you." Elon's gaze swept the room. Models, moguls, fakes. But then, who was that by the desserts? A woman in black, adjusting cupcakes, real and unnoticed. Was she the one? Or was this bet about to flip his whole world upside down? The crowd buzzed like bees as Elon's eyes locked on the woman by the desserts. Her name was Mia Carter. Nobody special, just a caterer with messy brown curls and a tired smile. She didn't belong in this shiny world. Elon straightened his tuxedo, his steps quick and sure. The bet was on. He'd prove Richard wrong. Easy, right? But something churned in his gut. A flicker of doubt he hadn't felt since SpaceX's first rocket crashed and burned. Mia wiped chocolate off her hands, oblivious to the storm heading her way. The tray of cupcakes wobbled as a drunk guest bumped her. She cursed under her breath, steadying it. Her night was already a mess. Late rent, a broken car, and now this gig with snobby rich folks. She dreamed of owning a bakery, not serving frosting to people who'd never notice her. Then, a shadow fell over the table. She looked up. Elon Musk. The Elon Musk. Her heart skipped. Need a cupcake? She stammered, pushing her curls back. No, Elon said, voice low and firm. Marry me. The words hit like a punch. Mia froze, her hazel eyes wide. The room went quiet, every head turning. She laughed, a sharp, nervous sound. What? Is this a prank? Elon didn't blink. No prank. Tonight, say yes. Her laugh died fast. He was serious. Too serious. You're crazy, she shot back, crossing her arms. I don't even know you. You don't need to, Elon replied, calm as ever. It's a bet. One night. That's it. Mia's jaw dropped. A bet? Her? She glanced around. Glittering eyes, smirking faces. They were all in on it. Heat climbed her neck. She wasn't some pawn. Find someone else, she snapped, turning away. But Elon stepped closer. You're real. That's why it's you. His words hooked her, sharp, unexpected. Real? Nobody ever called her that. Still, she shook her head. I'm not your game. The crowd murmured. Richard's laugh cut through. Told you, Elon. She's not buying it. Elon's jaw tightened. Failure wasn't his style. But this wasn't a rocket he could fix. Mia grabbed her tray and bolted toward the kitchen, her sneakers squeaking on the marble floor. Elon followed. Fast. He caught the door before it swung shut. Wait, he said, softer now. She spun around, eyes blazing. Why me? What's the catch? He paused. Too long. A memory flashed, his mom's voice years ago. You can't engineer people, Elon. He shoved it down. No catch, he lied. Mia's stare burned into him. She wasn't buying it. Then, crash! A waiter stumbled nearby, glass shattering. Shouts erupted. Mia flinched and Elon's phone buzzed hard in his pocket. He glanced at it. SpaceX alert, emergency, rocket fuel leak. His face went pale. Mia saw it. What's wrong? She demanded. He didn't answer. The room spun. The bet, the rocket, her. Suddenly, headlights flared outside. Tires screeched. A black van skidded up, doors flying open. Masked figures jumped out, fast, silent. The crowd screamed. Mia grabbed Elon's arm. What the hell is happening? His eyes darkened. I don't know, he whispered. But they're here for me, or us. Who were they? And how far would this night spiral? Chaos swallowed the gala. Screams pierced the air as masked figures stormed in, their boots thudding hard on the marble floor. Tables flipped, glass shattered. Elon stood frozen, Mia's hand still gripping his arm. Her breath was fast, panicked. Who are they? She yelled over the noise. He didn't answer. His phone buzzed again, SpaceX screaming for him. Fuel leak, countdown to disaster, and now this. His chest tightened, too much, too fast. The intruders moved like shadows, grabbing guests, barking orders. One pointed at Elon. Him! A gun flashed in the light. Mia yanked him down behind the dessert table. Cupcakes smashed under them, sticky and useless. Move! She hissed. They crawled, low, frantic, through the mess of legs and screams. Elon's mind raced. Numbers, plans, fixes, always fixes. But this? No blueprint, no control. His tuxedo sleeve ripped on a chair. His hands shook. When had they last shaken? They ducked into a side hall, the air cold and dim. Mia pressed against the wall, her curls wild, her eyes wide with fear. What do they want? Money? You? Elon slumped beside her, his back sliding down the plaster. His whiskey glass was long gone. His phone buzzed again. Ignored. I don't know, he muttered. His voice cracked. Weak. He hated it. Years of building, fighting, winning, and now he was hiding like a kid, covered in frosting. The bet was a joke. Richard was right. Chaos won. He shut his eyes. Exhaustion hit like a wave. His shoulders sagged, heavy with every failure he'd buried. Rockets that exploded, promises he couldn't keep, a life he'd engineered to death. I can't do this, he whispered. Mia stared at him, the genius, crumbling. What? She asked, sharp. I can't fix it, he said louder, his fists clenched. Not them, not SpaceX, not this. He gestured at her, the hall, the madness. Hopelessness clawed at him, dark and suffocating. For once, Elon Musk had no answers. Then, a sound. Software. A whimper. Down the hall, a little girl in a sparkly dress huddled under a table, tears streaking her face. Lost. Alone. Mia moved fast, kneeling by her. Hey, shh, it's okay, she soothed, her voice warm, steady. Elon watched, his breath catching. Mia pulled the girl close, fearless despite the chaos. Something shifted. A spark, tiny but real. Mia glanced back at him, fierce now. We're not done, she said. Get up. His eyes met hers. That fire. It burned through his fog. He nodded, slow, stood. The intruder's shouts grew closer. A plan flickered in his head. Not perfect, but enough. He grabbed Mia's hand, the girl's too. Tesla's outside, he said, voice low, alive again. We run! Mia smirked, faint but real. Bad ideas, huh? He almost smiled. Almost. They bolted, hearts pounding, footsteps echoing. The van's headlights glared ahead. A gunshot rang out. Glass exploded behind them. And then, a voice on a radio crackled from the shadows. Target acquired. Abort launch. Launch? What launch? Whose? The night roared around them. Gunshots, screams, the growl of the Tesla's engine as Elon floored it. Tires squealed on the icy driveway, the mansion shrinking in the rearview mirror. Mia clutched the little girl tight in the back seat, her knuckles white. Faster! She yelled. Elon's hands gripped the wheel, his jaw locked tight. The van's headlights glared behind them, closing in. His mind spun, numbers, trajectories, escape routes, but that radio crackle haunted him. Abort launch! It wasn't SpaceX. It couldn't be. Could it? Snow whipped past the windows, a blurry white storm. The Tesla swerved, skidding on a sharp turn. The girl whimpered. Mia's voice cut through. Who's launching what? Tell me. Elon didn't look back. I don't know, he snapped. A lie. He knew something, just not enough. His phone buzzed again, screen glowing in the dark. He grabbed it, eyes darting. A secure SpaceX line. He punched the code. Static hissed. Then, a voice. Elon, it's Kessler. They've hijacked Starship, armed it. It's live. Snow whipped past the windows, a blurry white storm. The Tesla swerved, skidding on a sharp turn. The girl whimpered. Mia's voice cut through. Who's launching what? Tell me. Elon didn't look back. I don't know, he snapped. A lie. He knew something, just not enough. His phone buzzed again, screen glowing in the dark. He grabbed it, eyes darting. A secure SpaceX line. He punched the code. Static hissed. Then, a voice. Elon, it's Kessler. They've hijacked Starship, armed it. It's live! His chest burned. Anger. Betrayal. Kessler's voice crackled again. Launch windows in 10 minutes. Target unknown. We can't stop it remotely. 10 minutes. The world spun. He saw it. Starships soaring, then exploding, cities crumbling. His legacy, his obsession, twisted into ruin. His foot eased off the gas. The Tesla slowed. Mia grabbed his shoulder, fierce. Don't you dare quit! Her eyes blazed into his, pulling him back, but the weight crushed him. It's over, he whispered. I built this. Then, the girl's tiny hand touched his arm. Software. Shy. You're the spaceman, she said, voice trembling. You fix things. Her wide eyes shimmered with trust. Elon stared at her. A kid, believing in him, like he'd believed in himself once. Something snapped. Not despair. Fire. His jaw clenched. His pulse pounded in his ears. Not yet, he growled. Betrayal stung, but he wasn't done. Not while he could fight. He slammed the accelerator. The Tesla roared forward, weaving through the snowy streets. Hold on, he barked. Mia nodded, bracing the girl. His mind raced. Hijacked systems, override codes, a slim chance. He tapped his phone, voice steady now. Kessler, patch me into Starship's core, now! The van gained, headlights blinding. A gunshot cracked the rear window. Glass sprayed. Mia ducked, shielding the girl. Elon's eyes narrowed. 10 minutes. One shot. He'd take it. Elon, Mia started, voice tight. He cut her off. We stop this. Together. His words were steel. The Tesla sped into the night, a lone signal blinking on his phone. Connection live. He was in. Time to take back his rocket, or die trying. The Tesla tore through the snowy night, engine screaming as the speedometer climbed past 100. Elon, Mia started, voice tight. He cut her off. We stop this. Together. His words were steel. The Tesla sped into the night, a lone signal blinking on his phone. Connection live. He was in. Time to take back his rocket, or die trying. The Tesla tore through the snowy night, engine screaming as the speedometer climbed past 100. Elon's fingers flew over the phone screen, lines of code blurring as he hacked into Starship's core. Sweat stung his eyes, his heart slammed against his ribs. Override's not holding, he barked. The van swerved closer. Bam! Ramming the Tesla's side. Metal groaned. The car fishtailed, snow spraying like shrapnel. Mia screamed, They're gonna kill us! The girl sobbed, tiny hands gripping Mia's coat. Elon's gut twisted. If he failed, they died. Millions died. His dream became a nightmare. Headlights flashed ahead. A roadblock. Masked figures waved guns, their shouts swallowed by the wind. No way out. Hold on! Elon yelled. He yanked the wheel hard. The Tesla spun, tires shrieking, dodging bullets that sparked off the pavement. His mind burned. Code, chaos, seconds ticking. 3 minutes, Kessler shouted. Elon's screen flickered. Access granted. He was in. But the van rammed again, harder. The Tesla skidded toward a ditch. Time slowed. His breath caught. Doubt clawed at him. I can't do this. A memory flashed. His first rocket crashing in flames. He'd stood there, fists clenched, swearing he'd never lose again. Now here he was, on the edge, everything slipping. Elon! Mia's voice snapped him back. Her eyes locked on his, wild with trust. You've got this! The girl peeked up, tears streaking her face, believing. His throat tightened. He wasn't just saving the world. He was saving them. Raw fire surged in his chest. Not today, he growled. He punched the code, fingers bleeding from glass cuts, screen smeared red. Shutdown sequence, now! The Tesla jolted as the van slammed once more, shoving them toward the ditch. 1 minute, Kessler yelled. Starship systems blinked. Red, red, green. Elon held his breath. The van's engine roared, headlights blinding. A gunshot. Mia ducked, shielding the girl. Then, silence. The screen flashed. Launch aborted. A distant rumble faded. Starship stood down. The van screeched to a stop. Masked figures leapt out, guns raised, but sirens wailed nearby. Lights flared, cops, choppers closing in. Elon slumped in the seat, chest heaving. Blood dripped from his hand. Mia exhaled, shaky, clutching the girl. "You did it," she whispered. He nodded, voice hoarse. "We did it." The bet, the chase, the rocket. All over. Outside, snow fell soft again, blanketing the chaos. He'd won. Barely. But the cost, his trust, his control, lay shattered in the wreckage. The snow fell thicker now. A quiet blanket over the wreckage. Sirens faded as the last of the masked figures were hauled away in cuffs, their van a crumpled heap by the road. The Tesla sat still, its sleek frame dented and scarred, steam curling from the hood. Elon leaned against it, his tuxedo torn, blood crusted on his knuckles. His breath puffed white in the cold air, slow and heavy. Mia stood nearby, the little girl clinging to her leg, wrapped in a cop's jacket. The night was done. The rocket was safe. But the silence felt louder than the chaos. He stared at the sky. Dark, endless, the stars he'd chased since he was a kid. Victory should have tasted sweet. He'd stopped the launch, saved lives, beaten the odds again. But his chest ached. Hollowed out. The bet with Richard seemed a lifetime ago, a stupid spark that lit a fire he couldn't control. He'd lost something out there. Trust, certainty, the belief he could engineer anything. His hands flexed, stiff and sore. Physically, he was battered. Emotionally, he was cracked open. Mia stepped closer, her sneakers crunching snow. Her curls were a mess, her eyes soft but steady. "You okay?" she asked, voice low. He didn't answer right away. Okay? He'd built empires, flown rockets, defied gravity. But this night, this wild, messy night, had undone him in ways he couldn't calculate. "I don't know," he admitted, quieter than he meant. She nodded like she got it. The girl peeked up at him, her small smile shy but real. "Thank you, spaceman," she whispered. His throat tightened. That was enough, wasn't it? The gala's glitter felt like a dream now. Back there, he'd been untouchable. Elon Musk, the genius who never bent. Out here, he'd bent. Nearly broken. But he'd found something, too. Mia's fire. The girl's trust. A raw human thread he hadn't known he needed. He glanced at Mia, her breath visible in the frosty air. "You didn't run," he said. She smirked, faint. "Neither did you." A beat passed. Something unspoken hung between them. Not love, not yet, but a start. Chaos had won the bet, sure, but maybe it had given him more. "What about you? Watching this crazy ride, did it make you think? About risks? About trust? About what really matters when the plans fall apart?" Elon straightened, brushing snow off his jacket. The Tesla's lights flickered, weak but alive. He looked at Mia, then the girl. "Let's go," he said, voice steady now. They climbed in, the car humming soft as it rolled into the night. The mansion, the gala, the rocket, all behind them. Ahead? Who knew? The snow kept falling, gentle and sure, covering the scars of the fight. Elon drove, one hand on the wheel, the other resting easy. He'd lost control and found something better. "Sometimes," he murmured to the stars, "the best launches aren't the ones you plan." And just like that, the Tesla speeds into the night, carrying Elon Musk and his unexpected bride, Sarah Thompson, away from a stunned chapel and into the unknown. A billionaire visionary and a caterer with a sharp wit, bound by a bet, a dress, and a kiss that no one saw coming. Is this the start of a wild romance or a spectacular miscalculation? The paparazzi flash, the whispers spread, and the world leans in closer. One thing's certain. This Christmas tale is far from over. Stay tuned, because the next chapter might just redefine happily ever after.